book of Genesis, what happened came from that shit.
Yeah, but somewhere in the Bible they speak of dinosaurs. Where did they come from? Who created them? And, you know.
Yeah, do that.
There's somebody asking questions in all of them.
That's in the book of Job.
Oh, is it?
It's in the book of
Is it
Job.
really? I don't remember.
Read Godzilla for you. The movie Godzilla, it's in the Bible.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it really? It sounds like the movie.
It's another one.
It's Job.
It's in Apocrypha.
What a giant Rick Thomas.
It's Job 41 at the top, and it reads, "Canst thou draw out Leviathan with an hook,
All right, Leviathan is another word saying Godzilla. Go ahead.
or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down?" Hey, because basically it's asking, can you like, because if you ever been fishing, what? It takes a line and a hook to bring forth the fish or whatever fish you're trying to catch. But in this case, it's saying, can you catch Leviathan? Because what Esau does, and one of the things he does is try to search out the depths of the seas. You know, to basically see what creatures is. Like if you go on Discovery Channel, or Adam Planet, he has shows talking about a monster squid or megalodon, you know, or finding this animal and this animal. So he's always trying to search for that, the largest creature underneath the depths of the ocean. So that's basically what the scripture is asking. It says, "Canst thou draw Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down? Canst thou put an hook into his nose?"
Yeah, you can't catch Leviathan with a hook.
Can't control him either.
Can I see this image of the devil?
Hold on, man. We got to get through Leviathan first, then we're going to jump to something else.
All right, educate me.
"Canst thou put a hook into his
Got to
nose,
correct him, all right?
or bore his jaw through with an horn? Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee?
Go ahead.
Will he make a covenant with thee?
Yeah, you can't bargain with Godzilla or Leviathan. You know, you can't sit him down at a table and go over covenants with him.
All he's gonna want is your soul anyway, right?
Huh?
All he's gonna want is your soul, the devil,
You
right?
don't want to kill him. Go ahead.
He says, Will thou take him for a servant forever? Will thou play with him as a bird?
Yeah, you can't domesticate Leviathan. Go ahead.
Or will thou bind him for thy maidens? Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they park him among the merchants?
Yeah, you can't put him in a zoo or
You can't put him on
circus
display.
Yeah, kind.
like you do a lion or an elephant, or a bear or something. Go ahead.
Can thou fill his skin with barbed iron?
All right, now it gets to how his skin is. If you see Godzilla in the movie, the military shoots missiles and shoot ammunition out of it. It doesn't do nothing to him because of his skin.
Or his head with fish spears?
Uh-huh.
Lay thine hand upon him, remember the battle you no more.
Go ahead.
Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him?
Yep.
None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me?
Go ahead.
Who hath prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine.
Yeah. That's the Heavenly Father. So he created this beast. It's gonna come out.
Who hath prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion.
So when the Lord say, okay, go ahead, Leviathan, go fuck shit up in America.
Yeah.
All right. Is it gonna take the Lord to have him go back into the seas and never return? Well, he's gonna come out. He's gonna come out in the. I'm drawing a blank.
Who can discover the face of his garment, or who can come to him with his double bridle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about.
And all this is basically breaking down is that no one else on earth can control it. That he's the only one that can control that particular dinosaur, but dinosaurs in general. But that goes for all the beasts and all the people as well. He controls all of us.
I remember reading somewhere. Okay, go ahead.
His scales are his pride, shut up together as with a close seal. One is so near to another that no air can come between them.
Tight scales for his skin, it's like armor. No armor can go through his skin.
So it might be like 3 layers or something.
They are joined one to another.
So, even like if the Lord was to raise him up out of the sea, and the U.S. try to use their military to try to take Leviathan out, they won't be able to take him out. You can't even kill him.
Yeah.
You know?
So everybody back up a little bit.
It had to be someone in the form of God.
Nothing on the earth can take them out but the Heavenly Father himself.
That's right.
Right?
They are joined one to another. They stick together that they cannot be sundered. And separated. By his neesings a light does shine. His eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lamps.
You know about how dragons can blow fire out his mouth? That's what Leviathan can do. He can blow fire out his mouth.
You have to put us by fire with fire. Yes.
By his neesings a light does shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out.
There you go, fire.
Out of his nostrils goeth smoke, as out
He's
of
like a dragon.
That's
Dragon. He's like a big ass sea dragon slash. It's hard to explain.
Godzilla, bro. Godzilla can blow
basically.
out fire.
Yeah. Says out of his nostrils goeth smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. In his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. The flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. When he raiseth up himself, the mighty are afraid. By reason of breakings, they purify
I
themselves.
want you to understand.
We're gonna be the mighty, man. The military, man. Military gonna be afraid, man. You see these last couple Godzilla movies, the military, they try to fight against Godzilla. They're dumbfounded, man. You know, they discombobulate.
That's right. But what I was going to say to make a point about it, what the Bible's making a point of, how serious, look how much they're devoted to describing this dinosaur, right? Pretty good detail, because when it shows up, we have to understand, us that know about this, that it's coming and what it's here to do, and trying to be in the good graces of the Heavenly Father to not have to deal with something like that or whatever else that's coming to the world. It's describing it because that's going to be a major figure in these latter days of what's going to be happening. People never going to forget that a dinosaur or two, or however many it could possibly be, is going to be out here causing destruction. We're never going to forget that. It's making a point of the terror that comes with a big fire-breathing dragon-like dinosaur, you know, destroying stuff.
That's only one plague, though. You got multiple plagues that's coming.
What I've gathered here today so far is pretty much y'all are for good above evil. Y'all are for good above evil.
Oh, yes.
That's what I've guessed. Just like, no, y'all are not.
The Heavenly Father's going to wipe out evil.
You created good and evil.
Yeah, it was not a fallen angel or something like that, right?
Yeah, he gotta deal with the Heavenly Father. He gotta deal with
That's
the Heavenly Father.
Catholicism bullshit. That's all a lie.
Yeah, Satan got an answer to the Heavenly Father.
You get the point, right?
Yes, I guess. Y'all go ahead, carry on. Thank you for giving us time.
Any other questions, man? 'Cause
Man, I'm trying to think. I don't really have any more, man. I mean, I'll probably have to think of 1,000 later. But
Now, do you know that America's going to be destroyed in World War III?
World War III?
Yes.
What do you think World War III is going to consist of?
Missile fire.
I believe it's going to be a religious between good and evil. It's going to be a religious war between good and evil.
Oh, that's all of it. All of
Who's
it.
good?
that's been happening.
Who's good?
That's going on.
It's where your heart is.
Did you get Isaiah?
You know if you're good or bad. It don't matter. I know y'all are good because y'all are going for good against evil. I'm not saying this is right. I'm not saying what I believe is right. I'm saying that, you know, we're all for good.
You know,
We need to put all the other bullshit aside.
you know who the devil. You know who the devil is? That's the counterpart of the devil that's walking on earth right now.
It's a nation of people.
This nation of people. Oh,
Or should I say a race? It's a race of people that are for evil and not for good.
You never know what's good.
Job chapter 9.
Would you say another name for the devil?
And that's good because we can bring out that image.
Another name for the devil, could you call him the wicked one?
The
wicked one, the devil, Satan. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Get Job 9:24.
Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
That's the time we're living in. That wicked time that the wicked one is ruling.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
So if the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, so what people have control and power over the earth right now? And if you notice, this current world, this current society is given unto evil. So it would have to be an evil ruling class people that's ruling this earth. So what people would you say are the wicked? Or the devil?
Anyone who's for evil other than good. Okay, now.
That's kind of broad.
It's my impression.
That's kind of broad.
It's my, right, exactly. You're good or evil. You're good or bad. There's nowhere in between. There's no gray. You're good or you're bad. Right. I mean, you could be a good person and do bad things. You can be a bad person and do good things, but you won't be not there.
How do you be good?
How do you do good?
How do you be good?
It's like, you know, them gangsters back in the day, they were robbing and killing somebody, but they give
According to the Bible, how do you be good?
How was the devil good?
How do you be good?
By doing the right
According
thing.
to the scriptures.
Now you know when you're doing good, you're doing bad.
You're kind of right.
Right.
Doing the right thing, right? Because it tells us in James, the 4th chapter, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. So, like for example, I was just mentioning how when the brother read Revelation, the 18th chapter, where it talks about the Lord will remember the iniquities of Babylon. And I was saying, well, yeah, this America is Babylon, and as you can see, this society they flourish off of sin and witchcraft, but yet they try to pose as a Christian-fearing or God-fearing nation with righteous morals and values. But as you can see, you could do evil here and live a prosperous lifestyle.
The fact that there's a sin city on this land is self-explanatory about what happened.
That's pretty wild. Calling your hometown Sin City.
I'm going to show you what good is according to the Bible. Romans chapter 7, verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good. So the commandments that's written in this book is good.
That's how you be good. Now, if we go back to Job right quick, because I want to make a point, and we'll bring up that image you were talking about, because it goes right into
Job is spelled J-O-B, right?
Yeah.
Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Now that's a big point. He covered the faces of the judges. It's this one. Right here. He covered the faces of the number one judge.
Oh, there. You think I've seen that before.
Right? It's the number one judge that he covered up.
You think that's what he looked like?
No. The Bible don't describe who they call Jesus. This is the man that this image was painted from.
Who's this guy?
This is Cesare Borgia.
He was
the son
that
of the first. This is the Borgias were the first crime family, an organized crime family. They ran the Vatican in Italy. His father was the Pope, the Alexander VI of Rome, Rodrigo Borgia. He was the Pope.
Oh, so y'all don't believe in the New Testament?
We do.
Yeah.
What? But did you think
The New Testament don't
you
describe the
think
Lord.
but you think it's been twisted around so much
They've
through
been
the years?
Right, but the Bible, the words, this tell you that this ain't real. These scriptures right here will describe this not to be real.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that say that, you know, he's got hair cotton,
wool.
you know, and dark skin.
It's right before that one.
And it's in there. It's in there.
And it makes
it's
more
in there.
sense.
I mean, you can't deny it. It's written in there.
But a lot of people won't look at that. So when we go back to saying he covered the face of the judges thereof, he didn't put a different image. He put his own nations and people image up there. That's how you know who the wicked was. That's another clue to who the wicked one is. And they were made that way on purpose.
Okay.
To serve a purpose.
Okay, what we're saying is this guy is evil.
We're saying
Jesus
we're
is
saying
not evil.
the real.
No, that's what we're saying.
You say Jesus?
Even though that's not his actual name,
Right.
for you know, I can say, yeah, the actual Savior of the Bible is he's righteous.
Yeah.
this image right here is
That's
what's
not,
evil.
that's not evil.
That's evil.
That's not Jesus.
Because it's a lie.
Right.
And the Lord hates liars. This was one big lie, and it was perpetuated throughout history.
This is what the Bible describes him to look like. Okay? Which, if you put all the features in these scriptures together, it lines right up with what it says right here. That he would today be called or considered
That's
so-called
something to be
Negro.
proud of, man, for y'all, man. That's bad. I mean,
For you
it's
too.
on it.
For you
It's
too.
like,
Hey, for you too.
yeah, but that's like a mom's
I'm saying, cause
That'd be
for
like
you
my mom's
too,
side.
because this right here, all the years we believed in this ain't done us no good. We ain't got no benefit out of believing in
We
this.
went into slavery because of this.
Because of this. He came conquering the South, North Central and South America
Well,
with
I mean,
this.
like, Israel's real. It's
You know?
called the Muslim thing, and well, guess what? I'm gonna go find some food somewhere else.
And so this right here,
And because you don't.
now you understand that
Where's
we're all
his
brothers.
migraine?
He's pissed.
Oh, he's mad.
He drank a lot of wine too, but he's pissed. You know? Don't your eyes get
Read
red
that
when you
scripture
pissed?
too. You see him standing with you see him with a sword in his hand.
Yeah.
Was that Matthew 10 and Matthew 10 and 34?
Matthew chapter 10, verse 34.
Yeah.
Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I
Wait,
came.
time out. They always talk about this guy comes for peace and love everybody,
He's gonna
right?
come down from the clouds, and he's gonna have his arms out like this.
It's gonna be a
and he's just gonna
rainbow
float
and
down
all,
to
you
the
know,
earth.
all types of mystical. That's
Yeah.
not what the Bible says.
That's
Now this guy, he don't look like he coming to play no games.
Read it.
Yeah, look, he got it.
Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
To divide up.
He came here to kick ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the world is wicked, the people on it.
You
And
know,
even
Isaiah
majority of our
66.
people are wicked
Yep.
right now.
Saying the look.
Isaiah 66. So a lot of people talk about if you accept the Lord Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you'll be saved. That's not how it works. The Lord really, you don't choose the Lord. The Lord chooses. He chooses to come and follow Him.
Y'all have the thing there. Are y'all considered Jewish?
You can kind of disregard that. This is like an old
Poster.
rendition, so to speak.
It's not a bad thing.
Well, if I could, I would cover it, but we don't really follow that symbol. It's just there.
It's an Israel flag, really.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's not the religion, it's the flag.
yeah. No, we're the real Israelites here. We're the real descendants of the Israelites. Everybody that you see on this
what
side.
about them that are claiming to be Israelites?
Those are Edomites.
Edomites.
They're Edomites. They're
They're
Idumeans.
Matter
Matter of fact, because a lot of people don't understand the history of how those people even got in there and started claiming, the whole Jewish heritage. And now, since they've taken on that heritage, they got so much power. They run pretty much every industry in the world.
They don't have a military. They've been.
Yes, they do have a military. They have what you call the Israeli Defense Force.
Yeah, well,
And do you know what they're doing to those Palestinians over there?
Yeah,
They're trying to wipe them out.
They're almost trying to get us out.
Yeah.
That's right. I have my Bible. I just opened it randomly.
I think y'all out. Peace out.
I don't care for knowing because then the devil that thinks he's using me. To clean for him, clean his sick mistakes. Why get mad when he realizes they paid me, not him. My labor, I should get paid for labor.
You want to get the devil paid?
Hey, that was that scripture. Here come the wicked one.
Yeah, right.
But he wasn't catching it in deep.
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, at least we was just going with the basic understanding. You don't go deep with a guy like that.
But I'm about to blow his mouth to tears. Hold on. Let's wait on that. If he opened his mouth for that too, it would have shoved it in his mouth. Yeah, I can see he was getting full.
Yeah, sometimes this thing will be overwhelming, man.
Yeah.
You get too much, they gonna be like, all right, that's enough for me. Like, I gotta, all right, y'all,
Hey,
There's too much
image,
to
the image
take
is
in.
what did it to him. He was like, that must be good for y'all. Like, it should be good for you too.
that also shows you that our people, you know, they see color as
Right.
that's what it is.
Divide.
Yeah. That's why the scripture says, man, that the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit. Because they're foolishness unto him.
And with that image, there's Mexicans, there's Puerto Ricans, there's Dominicans, the Northern Kingdom that's just as dark, if not darker than Yahushua. Just as dark. Like, then what tribe you from? Only speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
David Ortiz, he's dark. Y'all see Puig? I think he's a Manasseh.
Yep, Cuban.
He's darker than everybody up here.
Luis Ortiz.
Like a lot of those so-called Nicaraguans, Zebulonites, they dark as hell.
What brother want to pick up?
His brother was in Revelation 18 still.
That? Yeah, we're going to read that, or you can read that Isaiah that the brother called.
Oh, 66.
It's Isaiah 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
Because some of you are still, still following along. I don't know who's on there.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
What are the chariots, man? What you people call UFOs, man. Those are the chariots of Israel, man. That's what the Lord is coming back in with his angels to deliver the elect and destroy you people.
Notice how there's always this air of doubt. There's always an air of doubt amongst the world when we talk about chariots or UFOs. Oh, that video is not real. You read the comments on them, oh, that's bull. But the scripture said that they will be showing up in this time also. And some of the stuff you can't fake.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you can tell is not on the surface of this picture. They're just showing the skies. It's not like that. It's not animated or whatever.
It's not CG.
It ain't
CGI.
It's not CGI. It's real stuff. So it's like, well, it can't be that plain, but yeah. And eventually, it's not going to be a doubt if those chariots are real or not. They're going to be sitting right there, fucking with people in a bad way. After the tribulation, I think it says.
All right, verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yeah, plead with all flesh, man. He's gonna basically shoot concentrated laser fire at you people. All right, just like the UFO movies, man. War of the Worlds, Independence Day. All right, these directors get all their movies, they blockbuster hit movies from the Bible, man. Like before, we brought out Godzilla, man, which is Leviathan according to the Bible. All right, they got that script to create the movie Godzilla from the Bible, man. Job 41. All right.
Moab and Ammon are terrified.
But majority of people on the earth, majority of the people on the planet Earth don't even know that. Yep. They don't even know that these big movies come right out the Bible, man.
The scripts,
yeah,
come out the scriptures.
That was it.
Yeah, come.
It's Matthew chapter 24 and verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened.
All right, so we're in the beginning of sorrows. All right, so at the trail end of the sorrows, all right, the Lord's gonna come back, man. And this is during the midst of martial law, the RFID chip being made mandatory. World War III is going crazy, haywire. Yep. All right, all in the midst of that famine, all kind of chaos, in the streets, man. Go ahead.
And the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven.
All right, picture that movie Independence Day when the chariots came through and broke the atmosphere, man, on the earth, man. Just picture that. Go ahead.
And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
So when these chariots break the atmosphere of the earth, wherever you at, if you're on the side of the world where it's daytime, where you can see the sun, the chariot's gonna block the sun. Or where you're on the other side of the planet, where it's nighttime and the moon is out, the chariot's gonna block the shine of the moon. All right, and when the chariots come, the whole earth is gonna shake, just like it did at Independence Day, man.
Verse 30. And there shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And
That's
then
my Lord Yahweh Shai, man, and them chariots, man. This chariot's bigger than the earth, man. All right. Go ahead.
and there shall the tribes of the earth mourn.
The tribes of the earth mourn. All the nations on the planet Earth is gonna mourn. They're gonna be in a state of shock and awe. All right.
It says that in 2nd Ezra 13. Now it said that everybody that stand up under the chariot, they all trembled. Meaning people, they got so damn afraid, they just, doing this shit, looking up at the ship.
Too much power.
It says that the men's hearts are gonna fail them. They're gonna be dying of heart attacks out of fear.
Yep.
It's gonna be a very horrific, terrifying sight to see.
If you don't know what they are.
Yeah.
If you don't understand that they're the chariots of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshua. Because if you do understand that, you should probably understand the truth as well and have been working to get yourself in good graces with them. With those that are in those vehicles, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshua and the angels.
Yeah, it's still the elect, man. It's still gonna be like, shit, power, man. Because when the men of the Lord, when they confronted angels, they drop to their knees quick, man. That's a reverence, a reaction, power, man.
The whole earth is gonna stop on that day.
Yeah.
Like literally every creeping thing, anything that's living on the earth, it's gonna stop for that particular moment. Everybody's gonna pay attention to the Lord.
That's the name of the movie. The day the earth stood still was the chariots came. It was a movie, chariot movie.
That's why it says every eye shall see him and will because of him.
Yep. Every knee shall bow.
And that's when the pride of man is gonna disappear. And they're gonna also remember when we was out here prophesying. Those Israelites, those guys, the guys we call black Hebrew Israelites, the bums that we told to get a job, they told us that something like this would happen. And then they're gonna simultaneously see those same men going up into those ships.
Hey, because we gonna know the names.
Yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth.
To the astonishment. When you astonished at something, that means you're just like you're puzzled. You're like you don't even have the words to express.
You're in awe.
What you're experiencing, man.
Yeah.
You're at awe. You're astonished, like, oh shit, Everybody on the earth is gonna have that moment. Everybody. And you also gonna be beaten to powder in his presence as well. If you're not of the Lord chosen. If you scoffed at the idea of our Lord, not being, the savior of Israel, that he was, a fairy tale. He was just a man-made, a product of a man's figment of his imagination. Like certain people be saying. You Old Testament Israelites that believe, he was not prophesied in the Bible. He's an idol. He's this, he's that.
He's a fairy tale man.
He's a fairy tale. Anything that you have to say against the Lord, that's what the Lord was getting at. What it says in Matthew the 12th chapter, every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give an account. The Lord remember everything you said against him and his men. know? So that's gonna be, everybody's gonna have a personal moment on that day. It's gonna be very personal.
Your personal relationship with God on that day is gonna be a serious conversation.
Yeah.
Or serious correction day.
Hey, that's court day.
Yeah.
Serious.
That's court day.
Yeah.
You got court day, man. You gotta appear before the judge, man. Everything that you did is on transcript. You know, the Lord got the evidence stored up of all the wickedness that you've done. And it says, even good or bad.
Yeah. You get it right now.
That's why, therefore, knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
Salaki, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 10. No, I'm going to start at 9. I'll go to 10 because but up above is kind of good too. But it says, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that every one may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done.
According to that which he hath done.
Whether it be good or bad.
Whether it be good or bad, man. And like it tells you in that 2nd Esdras, is that the 14th chapter, where it talks about roughly paraphrasing, basically, we shall live again, we shall receive for the things that we did. Then it shall be declared who did good and who didn't do good. You know,
34 or something.
It was like 34, around 34 and 35. You know, so everybody got to appear before the judgment seat, man. And going back to that in Isaiah 66, where it says where he will plead with our flesh. That word plead in the Hebrew is mashapat.
Judge.
Which means to judge. You know? So if you was wicked, you gonna be judged. You're gonna be given to the sword, man. He said the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, man. And all the other nations, you're gonna be given to the sword.
It says, verse 11, it says, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord Yahweh, Al-Shaja, as you may call it, we persuade men. But we are made...
persuade. Meaning, you know, we feel compelled to go out here and do this work and warn you of the Lord's judgments because we know how terrible the Most High is. All right? We read these scriptures and we visualize it and we just know that the Most High is nothing to be played with. Man. And what he did to the Egyptians, what he did to the Canaanites during when he took Jericho, what he did to Sennacherib and his army with the angels, what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah, the first death with the flood. All these things that's a recorded history of all the terrible works that the Lord did, man. And you read that, and you're supposed to, you're supposed to fear, man. You're supposed to give reverence. But that's completely destroyed in the earth right now.
The remembrance of that, the impact that really had. So it's a time that he got to come back and do it again to remind everybody.
Exactly.
He's gonna go so hard this time, no one's ever gonna forget on earth again.
It's gonna be overkill.
Jeremiah, he said, has thou made an end to all Israel.
Say that louder.
He said, I believe it was Jeremiah, he said, has thou made an end unto all Israel? He said, was the Lord angry with the sea, the mountains, the trees? Because that was
Habakkuk.
Habakkuk's lucky. Because all the destruction that the Lord was bringing, man.
Matter of fact, somebody get that.
Yeah. He said the rivers.
Yeah, man. The Lord ain't finna play this time, man.
He wasn't playing last time, but he wasn't playing with the flood. You remember the flood? He wasn't playing with Egypt when he did to Egypt. Okay? When he brought us out of Egypt, he wasn't playing. He ain't been playing. He ain't played with this slavery. He ain't played with 70 AD. None of these captivities. These weren't games. But you people seem to forgot. Whenever you get it.
Habakkuk chapter 3, verse, start at 3. Yahweh came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Selah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. His brightness was as light. He had thorns coming out of his hands. I mean, horns coming out of his hands. And there
He had power. You know, the Lord's going to come back and enforce his power, man. You know, his mighty strength. Go ahead.
And there was the hiding of his power. Before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet. He stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations.
Hey, he said he measured the earth, meaning he sized the people up. All your militaries, you know, your armies, your troops. You know, Trump got his little space station Space Force,
yeah.
and he thinks he's gonna have a successful battle with the Lord in the heavens. Nah, man, the Lord, he already got you all sized up, man. You know, hey, going back to that footage, that NASA footage, they showed that big old UFO in the outer space. NASA showed a view of that, man, and they were bugging out about that. They said that thing was 3 times larger than the Earth. We don't think, hey, the Lord ain't in, he probably ain't in that shit. You know, the Lord probably coming in a way bigger ship than that one. So just imagine how much damage the Lord's gonna do, man. Go ahead, bro.
He stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations.
Yeah, he's gonna scatter them, man.
Yeah, as in like like a shootout, it breaks out in the midst of a crowd, and everybody scatters and runs.
Yeah, man. He's gonna dissolve them.
Yep.
All those mighty men, all those troops. You know, you got the NATO troops, you got the the Russian military. Which when the Lord comes back, these nations are gonna be in the midst of fighting each other. You know, for the Battle of Armageddon.
Yep.
You know, you're gonna have Russia and Iran, you know, engaging in war with America and Israel and this, that, and the third. In the midst of that, that's when the Lord's gonna show up, man. And all these nations, they think that whoever comes out of this war that they're gonna fight, they're gonna be the next ones to rule the next ruling class superpower nation. But guess what? None of them are gonna win. The Lord's gonna come and take the crown from everybody.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And the everlasting mountains were scattered.
Those governments, man. The Lord's going to come and remove all these different governments that are on the earth. The Lord's going to come and establish his government. The government that he carries upon his shoulder, man. The 144,000 of the nation of Israel. That's going to be the ruling class people on the planet Earth. The children of Israel.
Yep.
All right, New Jerusalem, the holy city. Go ahead.
The perpetual hills did bow, his ways are everlasting. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea? That thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation?
So, hey, because the Lord's coming back with those ships, those are also the vehicles of our salvation. So not only is he coming back to destroy, he's also coming back to save as well. So he's going to be doing both on that day. He's going to be killing off a lot of people, and he's also going to be saving people. And those people that are saved, they were chosen before the foundation of the world.
Yep.
You know, but it says, hey, was he angry with the rivers? You know, was he angry with the sea? Hell yeah, Jay got that term, kicking up dust. You know, when you get so angry and you tear shit up, you moving furniture, shit is moving and all over the place. You're making a big mess. That's how the Lord's gonna come back, man. Yeah. You know, he's gonna be removing mountains and tearing down buildings, and tsunamis gonna be getting caused because of the anger of the Lord, man. Y'all ain't ready for that smoke, man. Y'all not ready for the smoke of Yahweh Shemel Shah. He's coming full-fledged with it, man. And we're just here to kind of roll the carpet out for him, man.
Right.
Yeah.
We're his heralds, man.
We're all spiritual. John the Baptist. You know, John the Baptist rolled out the carpet for Yahweh Shai.
Hey, we're the Lord's hype man.
Yeah, kind of.
We're telling you exactly what the Lord's. Yeah.
He's the main
See, right now we're in an evil time now. We're in perilous times. We're in the midst of a global pandemic. You know, food scarcity is about to be on the brink. It's about to be civil unrest. It's about to be, Esau setting up that trench around these different cities throughout Babylon. Jacob's about to get a tight restriction imposed upon them. It's going to be pretty raw out here, man. But that right there, if you can get through that little wave, there's more in stores for you as we go along. There's more in stores for you as we go along on this ride, man.
More intense, more serious, more difficult, more straight.
So hey, that's what the brother is reading, man. When the Lord actually shows up after all that's taking place down here, the Lord's he's gonna do his thing, man. He gonna get off on you 2/3. He's gonna get off on Esau, Edom. All right. He's gonna get off on you Moabites, you Ammonites. All right, you so-called Jews, you Amalekites. He's gonna get off on everybody, man. The only ones that's gonna be safe off the earth is the elites, because they're gonna be hiding from the destruction. The Lord is going to make sure they escape so they can go into slavery. And then, and besides them, you got to be of the elect. You know, you got to be off of the earth, because the Lord said He's going to go from nation to nation and plead with you people. Is there more? If not, go to
verse 9. Thy bow was made quite naked according to the oaths of the tribes, even thy word, Selah. Thou didst cleave the earth with rivers. The mountains saw thee, and they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by.
They trembled. No, they trembled, meaning they was in fear. Like it tells you going back to 2 Ezra 13. You read when you start out the first 2 verses. So all of them that stood up under him, they all trembled. Does it say that right there, bro? Are you right there?
Yeah, I'm under.
Read that and then read that verse again.
2 Ezra chapter 13, and I'll start at 2. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof, and I beheld.
Moved all the waves thereof. You know, you angry with the sea? Go ahead.
And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
He coming deep as hell, man. You know how Jake like to mob into the club, full of they niggas, from Carton Caravan. They got a whole convoy full of Jake. You know what I'm saying? They like to go to different events all deep. These all my homies right here, you know what I'm saying? Like, in case some shit pop off, y'all niggas ain't gonna outnumber me. I got my niggas. Jay always be mobbing like that, man.
Jake feel extra safe.
Yeah.
Deep.
Hey.
Jake be like, we got a bunch of us. Feel good.
Yeah, man. And even though the Lord has the power, He could do all this by Himself. He don't really need the angels to come with Him. But that's just the Lord's majesty. Like, no, they're gonna come and they're coming to do my bidding, man.
I got a quick precept for that. Yeah. Psalm 68:17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, as in the holy place. Psalm 68:17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place.
And all those angels, they're His servants. They all serve Him, man. Yahushua is over all the angels. Yahushua is over everything but the Most High. So when he comes with the angels is going to basically be like his, you know, like when he's delivering his elect, the angels are going to be fucking up Esau in their militaries and stuff. You know, and y'all go and you know, get these motherfuckers. I'm finna gather my chosen.
Remember, I have some angels to protect.
Let's go, yeah.
And I got some that's gonna fuck the rest up.
Yeah, it's like we got offices. You know, the angels got different jobs they do.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
All the things trembling that were seen under him. So that's talking about the inhabitants of the earth. You see? So you see how Esau get when he sees chariots, you know, just kind of listen to them, you know, when they get their phones out or they telescopes or whatever, and they start looking at fleets of chariots. Just
hear the doubt.
Hear the fear in their voice, man. They're it's like nervousness. It's like
anxious.
It's very nervous, man.
What is that?
What is this?
What's the meaning of this?
Call the police, call the army.
You know?
That's not real, is it?
Are those the aliens that, you know, the government been hiding from us?
Yeah.
They think they're aliens and shit, man. Now, when you really see what's in those ships, you really gonna fall the fuck out. Cause you're gonna be like, oh, yeah, we through. Hey, all you white people, yeah, we through. You know? Cause them look like niggers. Them some angelic. I didn't know that the angels were niggas. They not niggas, but you know. Esau, he going, you know. Hey, like that one guy, I forget his name, man. They were black.
Yeah, he said, you mean like
Norman Bear.
dark skin? He's like, no, black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The scriptures describe what the angels look like. Alright? So go back to that in Habakkuk.
Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 10. The mountains saw thee and they trembled.
And they trembled. Go ahead.
The overflowing of the water passed by. The deep uttered his voice and lifted up his hands on high.
Oh, hold on. Somebody get Wisdom of Solomon. I want to say it's around. Get Wisdom of Solomon 5. And start at 20.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 20. His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the mark.
Talking about the lasers, man. All right, even though they're gonna be trembling, but the Lord's gonna harden their heart just like He did Pharaoh. They're gonna try to fight with the Lord. Okay, and this is what's gonna happen, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead. You're not learning this in church, by the way.
Right. Why not? You should have been asked yourself that.
And hailstones full of wrath shall be cast out of a stone bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against